If you want a small, affordable, economical car these days, your choices are starting to become somewhat limited. With many manufacturers now putting their focus towards electric cars and SUVs, finding something that meets that brief is becoming harder and harder. Fortunately, Suzuki have a solution for that. Hi there, I'm Max. That there is the all-new Swift, now entering its 4th generation-ish. The nameplates had a bit of a complicated history, which I shall now explain in this VT. The first generations of Swift weren't actually called a Swift. It was called the Cultus and was a joint project initially started by General Motors in the US and sold to Suzuki in a partial ownership type deal when GM realised they couldn't make it work, and was therefore the first car built by Suzuki outside of key car regulations. It was exported worldwide with various names depending on the locality and the brand it was sold under. So as a result, we got the Suzuki SA310, which became the Cultus in Japan. We also got the Swift, Forza, Extra, Kaiba. GM put their badges on it, so we got the Holden Barina, Chevrolet Sprint, Pontiac Firefly, Isuzu Geminit, and all sorts of various names for various manufacturers selling the same car. It remained pretty much like that until 2000, when Suzuki finally decided to bring the Swift name to Japan, with the car we call the Ignis. So when Suzuki decided to bring their Concept S into production, they decided that car would be called the Swift worldwide. No more renaming or badge engineering exercises. As far as Suzuki were concerned, the previous Swifts were of a different bloodline, and the car released in 2004 was officially the first generation. And a massive hit it was too, with a launch featuring some guy called Cristiano Ronaldo. The car far exceeded sales forecasts right up to its retirement in the UK market in 2010. In the same year, Suzuki introduced the 2nd generation, which featured many refinements and updates in styling, impact safety, driving performance, handling, fuel consumption and efficiency. It also included one of the cleanest engines in its class, producing only 116 grams of CO2 per kilometre, and VED was only 30 quid. It also introduced all-grip, all-wheel drive technology for the first time. In 2017, we then got the 3rd gen car, available once again with 2 or all-wheel drive, but now with a 12-volt hybrid powertrain being introduced for the first time. By now, the Swift's design was becoming familiar as it evolved, so much so, the initial development goal was to create a hatchback that was distinctively Suzuki, and with all the technology you need standard. So with the car approaching its 40th birthday and Suzuki having sold over 9 million other things, they thought it was time for a new one. But while Suzuki are calling this car all new, it very much follows the recipe of what made the old one so popular. The philosophy Shushu Ki Tenbai, which stands for smaller, lighter, fewer, shorter, neater. And you can very much tell that from the design. It's shorter and narrower compared to its key rivals such as the VW Polo and Toyota Yaris. In fact, it actually shares the same width and height with the old one and is only a fraction longer thanks to a new front bumper, which is more sculpted and integrates these new headlights with these L-shaped daytime running lights as well. That then also includes this new gloss black grille that integrates all of the car's safety systems. As a result, the badge has been moved up from the grille to the top of the front bumper, just below the bonnet shut line. And that line continues all the way down the side of the car to give a strong, crisp, defined shoulder line. And then while we're at the side here, you'll also notice you get this new floating roof and integrated rear spoiler, which now features as standard. The wheels are only 16-inch, but because of the shorter and neater design, they fill the arches nicely without things looking out of proportion. As we move round to the back, you'll see this crisp shoulder line follows all the way through round to the boot lid, cutting off the rear lights, which now have this sort of crystallized look as opposed to the more traditional red ones. Then on the rear bumper, you've got this more chiseled, more defined style, which is like a bodybuilder flexing their back muscles. You'll notice the Suzuki badge has now been removed, leaving just the S logo, a sign of confidence and pride that you'll typically find on premium cars with established brands. Inside, we've got a big departure of what came before. Now we've got this new floating dashboard design with these new lighter textures that are designed to just break up the style a little bit and give things a little bit of a lift and make things feel a bit more airy too. However, things haven't been changed just for the sake of changing them. Take the steering wheel, the lights and wiper stalks and the seats. They've all been carried over from the old car, but given minor flourishes, such as this satin finish on the steering wheel, and the seats have a new upholstery. When it comes to technology, Suzuki's attitude is, do you need the technology and what do you need it for? So for example, do I need to have all the heating controls fitted into the touchscreen system to make things look more minimalist? No, so therefore you get physical heater controls. Do I need multiple USB ports? Yes, so as a result, not only do I get USB-C ports, but I get the old style USB-A in case I need it. Do I need adaptive cruise control, keyless entry and start, heated front seats, a large 9-inch infotainment screen with navigation, rear view camera, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto wirelessly, rear parking sensors, blind spot monitor, traffic sign recognition, cross traffic alert, and a whole host of other safety kit? Well, yes, I do. And Suzuki have given me all of these things as standard. Another new thing to the Swift is the Suzuki Connect app. Once we've registered you and your car, it gives you access to alerts such as warning lights, if the alarm goes off or the engine starts, whether you left your lights on or if you left the car unlocked, which you can lock from here too. Plus, it will also help you locate where you left the car, and the best part is, it's free for the first 3 years of the car's life. In the back, you pretty much get the same amount of space as you had before, but there's plenty of space for 3 adults, everybody gets a cup holder, and now you get electric windows, as standard. Boot capacity is at 265 litres, giving plenty of space for carry-on luggage or a weekly shop, and the seats fold down in a 60-40 split configuration. Under the bonnet, you get the choice of one engine. A 1.2 litre 3-cylinder petrol engine mated to a 12-volt mild hybrid system. That produces 82 horsepower and 112 newton meters of torque, which is 5 newton meters more than the old one. And that can be had with either a 5-speed manual gearbox or a CVT automatic. However, there is also the option of Suzuki's 4-wheel drive system, or grip, which could be mated to the manual gearbox, and that also sees a ground clearance increase from 115mm to 140. Fuel economy has seen a 7% improvement over the outgoing model, with a combined WLTP figure of up to 64.2 mpg and emissions as low as 99 grams of CO2 per kilometre. Performance is up to with a 0.6 second reduction in the 0 to 62 sprint time, down to 11.9 seconds. You'll probably be thinking that those are some pretty impressive performance and efficiency numbers when you consider that a lot of its rivals have more power. But the key to the Swift's performance, despite its humble 82 horsepower, is its weight. In 2-wheel drive manual form, this car only weighs 949 kilos. Less than a tonne in 2024. Now, to put that into perspective, the equivalent Skoda Fabia weighs 220 kilos more, and the equivalent Peugeot 208 weighs 271 kilos more. So not only do I not have to work the engine as hard, but I don't have to work it hard through the corners either. You see, because I haven't got so much mass to throw around, the car's more responsive, it corners flatter, less body roll, but it also means that I get better fuel economy and I reduce my emissions because I'm not having to constantly be on the brakes, turn into the corner and then accelerate back out. I can carry more speed through it, but it also means that I'm putting less strain on the tyres as well. But But then when I do want to have fun with this car on the public highway, the car's compact but clever dimensions, coupled that with the zingy engine being naturally aspirated, means I have no turbo lag. I put my foot down, I get a response. The fact that when I turn into a corner, it grips up and I could just fly through it, and it won't hurt me in my wallet when doing so. It kind of makes the car feel like this is more of a spiritual successor to the Mini than the Mini. From launch, there will only be two specifications to choose from: the entry-level Motion and the range-topping Ultra. As standard, the Motion trim level benefits from 16-inch painted alloy wheels, LED headlamps with integrated daytime running lights, rear upper spoiler, rear privacy glass, rear view camera, rear parking sensors, and keyless entry and start. Inside, there's adaptive cruise control, a 9-inch infotainment screen with navigation, DAB, and wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, full colour driver info display, lane keeping assist, driver monitoring system, dual sensor brake support, lane departure warning, lane departure prevention, weaving alert, traffic sign recognition, blind spot monitor, rear cross traffic alert, Suzuki Connect app with 3-year subscription, e-call function, and electric rear windows, with all features highlighted in blue being additional features compared to the equivalent SZL trim of the outgoing model. On top of the standard specification, the Ultra benefits from a painted and polished version of the 16-inch alloy wheels, 2 rear assist grips, automatic air conditioning, rear heater outlet, door mirrors with integrated indicators, electric folding mirrors, and painted door trim ornament. There will also be 12 different paint combinations, including 6 single-tone metallics, with flame orange pearl metallic being the standard, 2 premium single-tone options, 2 dual-tone options with a mineral grey roof, and 2 premium dual-tone options with a super black roof. There are no factory options, but there are a range of accessories, including sport decal packs, door mirror covers, door sill trims, protective film for the boot lip and door handle pockets, mats and cargo trays, cosmic alloy wheels, and a roof rack. So that is the Suzuki Swift, a car that very much epitomises the philosophy of Shushu Ki Tanbai. Now, of course, we're only just scratching the surface of what this car is all about. So if you want to find out more information, then be sure to check out our website, questmotorgroup.co.uk. There you'll be able to find all the latest news, offers, and of course, where to find us at our showroom in Braintree in Essex. There you'll be able to meet with one of our Suzuki specialists who'll be able to show you around the model range and find the car that suits your individual needs. It might be the Swift, or it might be something like the S-Cross. Tish did a video on that a little while back, and I'll link that up here. Otherwise, you can also find us on social media, Facebook, Instagram and X at Quest Motor Group. And if you've enjoyed this video and found it useful, I'd really appreciate if you hit that like button. And of course, if you want to see more Suzuki content, then be sure to click subscribe and click the bell icon so you get notified when we load up new content. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching. My name's Max, we're Quest Motor Group, and we'll see you on the next one.